For your first fighter, making their way to the ring out of the red corner with the 1-0 record, fighting out of Matrix MMA out of Greensboro, North Carolina. Please welcome Christion McRea.
Oh, every time a different WWE walkout song for Christion McRea.
Oh, is that kind of what he's known for?
I mean, he definitely did that in his last fight, and this time it's a different WWE theme song. But I tell you, this kid he's mean. He's mean. What's up, brother? Yeah, let's do it. he's aggressive.
Dylan over here.
He's aggressive. That kid, I mean, dude, when he goes in there, you can just tell like he's got bad intentions. You ever seen Trevor Loken fight?
Oh my God.
That's kind of who this kid reminds me of. He reminds me a lot of Loken.
All right, I got a lot of excitement now leading into this.
I would almost be more excited if he came out and was a little bit more measured, because in his last fight he was almost a little too eager to put a hurt on the guy. But we'll see how it looks tonight as he takes on a much more experienced opponent from a much tougher school.
And both fighters coming from good schools here too, so
oh yeah,
I know there are not going to be any slouches.
Matrix MMA is a strong school, especially in the kickboxing arena, but there are no slouches in MMA either.
Yep, and going against someone from Carolina Kickboxing Academy, another great
his
school.
opponent fighting out of the blue with the 2-0 record out of Carolina Kickboxing Academy out of Florence, South Carolina. Please welcome Cooper Silas Causey.
I was just thinking that. I'm so glad you said that, because I was looking at his promo photo and I was like,
nice tips, dude.
Strong jawline.
That is the Carolina Kickboxing Academy corner, one of the toughest schools in South Carolina for kickboxing and Muay Thai, led by Walker Vivian. But tonight it's Jeremiah Scott in the corner. Just recently had his bare knuckle FC debut in a fight of the night style performance.
Yeah, very experienced team. I've taken a seminar from Walker Vivian too, and it was amazing. Rocking the U.S. flag shorts.
This should be a very good fight. This is the first fight of the night where I feel like both guys are finishers. Both guys are, the type of guys to finish fights.
You think we're going to see our first finish tonight?
I would really like to see that, but honestly, when two guys get in there like this that have the kind of ability they do, they tend to respect one another. But I think if anybody's going to come in disrespectfully, it's going to be Christion McRea. I mean, look at McRae's face. He's just an intense kid.
Yeah, very intense. Yeah, look, got the tongue wagging and everything. Little touch of gloves there, and then we're off to a start. Oh. Both gentlemen are nice and tight with their strikes already, and both have landed early on. I think Dylan's right. This might be a fight we see with a finish. They're kind of gauging each other right now.
It's a tough situation to be in against a CKA fighter is the clinch. I think that's one of their strongest areas.
McRea able to turn off the cage there before Dale separates him.
Oh, big cross from McRea.
Yeah, heavy hands.
Cooper Causey's
trying to counter here.
He's putting some volume on him in response, but McRae's got the power advantage, it would seem.
Yeah, Causey was throwing the shovel hooks to the body, but McRea was throwing them to the dome.
Oh, and they're both egging each other on now, John, a little bit.
Yep. Oh, we got some words from Causey there in the center.
Oh man, I told you these guys are throwing leather. They're throwing with the intent to finish each other.
Dylan predicted it, and I don't think he's wrong by any means.
Well, I've seen Silas fight once, and I've seen McRae's debut, and I know how both guys want the fight to go. And if both guys come with the intention to finish the other guy, you're usually at least going to get a good first round. And so far, this first round has been electrifying.
Causey with double unders has McRea up against the fence right here. See if McRae's able to turn it again. Nope, Dale separates them before that happens. 20 seconds left to go.
Big shot from McRea, another big one. He's got 2 big crosses. That cross has been hitting Silas all night. It's when he gets in these prolonged hook battles with Silas that things start to go a little awry for him. Punches straight down the pipe are probably going to be the answer for both guys. Once again, it came up in an earlier fight where both young ladies just needed to start throwing some straight punches.
So you guys see McRea and Causey coming out here with some heavy hands and lots of volume.
Heavy hands, bad intentions.
And an attitude. It makes it very fun to watch.
20 seconds.
Another one that's very difficult to score. We'll see who starts, really pushing it here. Causey was able to get McRea against the cage twice, but didn't really do anything from there.
Silas also had a volume advantage too, but I just feel like McRea did land power shots.
Yeah, McRea did.
I don't know if that was
power.
enough. I don't know if that was enough to win the round, but that was definitely the area he had the most success in, was just landing with power. And the CKA corner has said we're 1 up, so they believe that they did enough in that round at least. Another cross.
Saw a little bit
Straight
of
punches.
Punch off of the glove touch there. Yeah, and Dale having some words
Not
about
against
that.
not against the rules, actually.
No, it's not.
Despite what Dale may have thought or did or said or done in that situation, and definitely not stopping the fight worthy, and certainly not illegal.
I have personal policy. I touch gloves before, never when the round starts, because I don't trust people to not do that. Oh, really heavy right hands from McRea.
McRea is landing a lot of power, and Cooper is in return giving him 2 or 3 in response. It's just that the responses physically that Silas is giving are like really exaggerated. My head is like snapping back. What looks better to the judges? It's usually the guy who's getting his head snapped back.
Yeah, so even though he's been backing McRea up to the cage, it's like not really causing damage from there.
McRae's pretty much only been throwing hands. Haven't even seen a low kick from him yet.
Oh, and there we got some overhands from Causey. And again, looking for it. McRae's able to come inside on that one now.
Yeah, that teep is actually giving him a little trouble, is Silas's teep. And Silas also seems to be the better fighter in the clinch, the more technical fighter in the clinch.
Causey's corner really telling him to put hands on McRea. And the hands look a little slower now as the fatigue starts to wear.
Both guys have just been fighting so hard. It's not really a surprise.
I'm tired watching.
I'm kind of interested to see what the dynamic of the third round is, because it's very clear to me that neither guy can continue to fight like they did in the first.
Wow, McRea was able to land some significant strikes there at the very end of the round.
Big kick at the end of the round. That was a big statement at the end of the round from McRea. And I'm sure you almost heard that corner advice on our mic there. They asked for everything Silas has got. And truthfully, I don't know how much that is left. I honestly think he's the more gassed of the 2 fighters at this moment. And he's been getting his head dribbled around like a basketball in that last round, especially that big head kick at the end.
They are definitely looking for some spice out of him. And this might be yet another fight with a 1-in-1 round already. Seems to be the theme of the night so far. It's getting a bit animated over here, so I'm excited to see how this plays out in the third.
Oh yeah, Jeremiah Scott's always animated in the corner, dude. He brings the energy in the corner.
Hey, I'd rather that than talking to a block of ice.
Dale says, let's do the glove touch before now.
Yeah.
If we're gonna touch glove, do it now.
Oh, good right hand from McRea off the gate.
Jeez, he blasted him too. But every time Christion starts a round, he starts it with a big shot, and then he's ended every round with a big shot as well.
These shots have Causey starting to look a little unsteady on his feet.
Yeah, he's not reacting well to the punches is my big concern. When somebody takes big shots like that and then gives 4 or 5 back, you can't look like that first shot hurt a lot more.
And I've seen refs stop fights even when someone's fine just because they react a certain way.
Well, yeah, it says you have to intelligently defend yourself.
Correct.
And intelligence is quite subjective, as the last election showed us.
I don't think it's a good bait to try and get your opponent to think you're really hurt.
Yeah. That's probably worked out 3 times in all of combat sports history.
Yeah, not advisable.
Cooper's looking at the clock. McRea's looking right at Cooper. Double unders. He's going to drive him. See, now one thing I'll say about Matrix, I don't know if I doubt this is the case for CKA, but at Matrix they have a cage, and they're constantly doing this sparring in the cage. Yeah.
That helps so much.
I think that's one of the reasons why they're so successful when they bring fighters out here. Oh man, Cooper really took that last one right on the chin.
He did. McRea's really finding good home and then moving his head out of the way. Good blocks there as well. Yep. And then trying to counter off of that. Those would almost be great places to throw elbows once they're legal.
Yeah, and I can see McRea being a very successful Thai fighter with his build.
Yep, Dale telling him to watch the forearm so that it doesn't hit the elbow. Man.
Christion just heard that clapper. You got to expect him to try to throw big here.
Yep, and they're just, it's like Rock'em Sock'em Robots
Both
right now.
guys missing, and that is it. Great fight between Silas Cooper and Christion McRea. I really enjoyed that one, and it was a violent affair. Lots of back and forth. This sequence at the end, I don't think either guy, this is the round 3. This is not quite the end of the fight, but this was a moment of success for both guys, in my opinion. This exchange in particular, it just happened to be McRea that came out on top. And that's kind of how I feel about most of the exchanges in the fight itself. I felt like most of them went McRea's way.
Yep, and like you said, just the way that Causey was reacting too is not, it's
Very
a little
dramatic.
bit formidable.
Very dramatically, like his whole body and his whole head kind of snapping around and going side to side when he's getting hooked. Even if you're blocking those, they don't look great.
Even right now, his hands hanging heavily by his side, I just know he's gassed. But definitely a great show by both of these fighters tonight. I think McRea's got the slight edge, but it wasn't by any means a runaway.
Probably another split, if I had to guess.
That seems to be the wise bet to date.
We've had way less close fights than that be split, so.
Decision is in for our third adult kickboxing fight of the night. Your winner with a unanimous decision, fighting out of the red corner, Christion
McRea lost his mouthpiece on the celebration there.
Sportsmanship between both guys, but it is the newcomer to the Fight Forward arena, Christion McRea, that